Hey everybody, Tom Barnes here. Stories from the 78 from a Chicago institution talking about Manny since 1942. This has been the spot to grab lunch, a little breakfast, even some dinner. Some people come here twice a day back in the day when the traders used to be over at the Chicago Board of Trade. They are still here. They're still doing their thing. I'm talking to fourth generation owner Dan, who will give me all the secrets about this place now for this story from the 78 from Manny's Deli. All right, before the lunch rush hits us, I thought I'd come inside and talk to fourth generation owner Dan Raskin. How you doing, Dan?
Great.
So, Manny's, it's been around for a while, since 1942, started by your grandfather?
It started by my great-grandfather and his brother.
Tell me about that a little bit for folks who might not have ever seen the story, heard the story rather, or been here just yet.
So it was started by Jack and Charlie Raskin in 1942. And after they built out the restaurant, they ran out of money. So they had to change the name of the sign from the business that was there before. And they just changed it to Manny's from Sonny's and named after son to save a little bit of money.
And they have morphed from different areas of the city, right? They started up on the north side. Roosevelt and Halstead was another spot, and then they ended up here about what time?
So we started off in the north side of the city in West Rogers Park. And we kind of kept moving because the Jewish merchants and the Jewish people who were in those neighborhoods that were customers were moving throughout the city. A lot of them were moving to the suburbs, but they were working in this area and further south.
Oh.
So they came to this area, and there was a few other very similar restaurants, and they moved around a little bit until they really found their place in this location in 1965. And since then, my dad took it over in 1983, and I've been here now for 20 years, but I really took it over during the pandemic.
Wow. Traditional Jewish deli, and it's a cafeteria style, and that's kind of what we're seeing right here. People come in, old school, order, and make your way as we go down the line, right? All these different kinds of foods. So a lot of things on the menu, right?
Yeah, so we have a huge menu. We always have some fresh house-made dishes that are daily specials, like beef stew, oxtails. We have corned beef and cabbage right now for St. Patrick's Day. My favorite are the short ribs. And then we also have like homemade soups and really great sandwiches. We're really well known for our corned beef and pastrami that are they're house recipes that are made, and we're really well known for those items.
Yeah, the corned beef is going to be a pretty big, 1,000 pounds a day up until or close to St. Patrick's Day?
Yeah, just about every day this week we go through about 1,000 pounds, and
That's
on St.
incredible.
Patrick's Day we'll go through a bit more.
What makes you think the reason why you guys have been around so long? I mean, you guys are famous now here in Chicago and around the country. I mean, you guys have been on Food Network, you've been all over the place. What's the staying power?
It's really from always having family here. I think that's a big part, but also we've had some great staff over the years that have worked here for a long time. And customers, we're a lot of multiple generation customers that want to keep the same traditions alive, like when their grandfather bought them, so they bring their grandchildren in. So it really keeps everybody coming in and keeps us busy.
Yeah, you mentioned some of the staff has been here a long time. I think somebody has been here for over 30 years, or was it over 40 years?
Over 40
Gino?
years. So Gino, who works in
he's back there, I think.
Yeah, he's been here for 43 years. So we're really fortunate to have him here.
And over the years, you've developed a reputation of being a place to be if you are in the political realm. It just kind of happened, but it's been going on for years.
Yeah, so we've always really been known for politics. Even in the 60s and 70s, this was a big meeting place from people who were coming from the south side, the north side, come downtown and have meetings. So all the politicians would hang out, but it really became famous from David Axelrod. When he moved to Chicago to go to grad school at University of Chicago, he missed home, which was New York. So he found the closest Jewish deli, and he made it his home. And since then, he shared it with all his clients.
One of them being Barack Obama, right?
Yes, obviously his most famous, Barack Obama.
Even Brandon Johnson popped in here when he was running for mayor. Among other mayors, I'm sure the Delis have been in here. The list probably goes on. I imagine it's something that's not very surprising to you when you see somebody that you recognize maybe on TV popping in here.
So we're just really lucky that people have wanted to carry on the tradition and come back in. We get a lot of people who come right after they're elected or on election day and just come and shake hands and just see all our customers. We have a really big melting pot of customers that come from the west side, the north side, the south side, and they all just come for great food and tradition.
And they just come in, enjoy this cafeteria style way of getting the food, which is, for a lot of us, it makes you think of being a kid, you know, comfort food. And I imagine that stands alone when you mention, you know, people who are homesick in New York looking for good Jewish deli, Jewish food, that you guys are that here in Chicago, and not only in Chicago, but kind of known throughout our country now.
Yeah, I mean, Jewish deli is obviously a pretty well-known cuisine, and we tend to do it the best in Chicago, so we're just happy to be here for everybody, and they make it their second home.
Wonderful. You guys are open how many days during the week, and best times to come in?
We're open Tuesday through Sunday, and the best time is really lunchtime is when we're busiest. If you want to miss the big rush and come when it's a little quieter, I suggest coming right after lunchtime.
Right after lunch. And how late you guys open till?
We're open till 7:30.
7:30. Appreciate it. Thanks a lot for taking the time. All right, that is Manny since 1942 here in Chicago's South and West Side. TomBarneyChicago@gmail.com. If you have a story from the 78 suggestion, hit me up there. Go to the website, storiesfromthe78.com. It's lunchtime, everybody. Come and get your food.